Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Stefan Samuel, and this segment of the news is sponsored by TravelSpan Vacations. A prisoner guarded by two deputies in a Boston hospital grabbed a gun from one and shot him, but was then shot by the other deputy, Wednesday police said. The prisoner was brought to the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary for treatment when the incident occurred, the Boston Globe reported. The other deputy apparently discharged his weapon, striking the suspect, David said. The prisoner was reported in critical condition with a chest wound at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. The injured deputy, who was shot in the leg, was taken to the same hospital. The deputies were members of the Middlesex Sheriff's Office of Middlesex County. The names of the prisoner and the deputies involved were not released. In Pakistan, Kerry meeting new leadership to talk drones. Afghanistan, a new set of players, but the same lingering issues are confronting John Kerry on his first visit to Pakistan as U.S. Secretary of State. The fight against extremism, American drones attacks in the country, and the war in Afghanistan. The Obama administration hasn't sent its top diplomat to Pakistan since 2011, and Kerry's trip is a chance for the former senator to get to know the newly elected Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who came to power in Pakistan's first transition between civilian governments. Kerry arrived in Islamabad on Wednesday evening and planned meetings for today with civilian and military leaders, including Sharif. Senior administration officials traveling with Kerry told reporters that while relations with Pakistan have grown touchy in recent years, there is a prospect of resetting those ties with Sharif's government and working together on major issues including counterterrorism, energy, regional stability, economic reforms, trade, and investment. The officials spoke on condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to publicly discuss Kerry's agenda. The U.S. wants to help strengthen the role of the civilian government in Pakistan, where the military long has been dominant, and wants Sharif to tackle rising extremist attacks inside his country. The prison break this week that freed hundreds of inmates raises serious questions about Pakistan's ability to battle an insurgency that has raged for years and killed tens of thousands. Relations took a hit after the U.S. raid in 2011 that killed Osama bin Laden in his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Pakistanis felt the raid violated their country's sovereignty. While the U.S. is seeking quick responses to its concerns, Sharif is moving slowly, Riedel said, noting that the Prime Minister has yet to name an ambassador to the United States. Suspected Islamic militants killed at least 160 people during the new government's first month in office. Sharif's government has not articulated an alternate strategy. The U.S. also wants Pakistan to pressure leaders of the Afghan Taliban to negotiate with Afghan President Hamid Karzai's government, renounce violence, and sever ties with al-Qaeda. Some Pakistani military and intelligence leaders see the U.S. troops leaving Afghanistan, know the American public and U.S. Congress want out of the war, and would be okay with seeing the Taliban retake control of Afghanistan, Riegel said. Pakistani officials will give lip service to the idea of reconciliation with the Taliban, he said, but will refrain from acting which will allow the insurgents to remain strong in southern and eastern Afghanistan. An American tourist was allegedly stabbed to death by 3 Thai musicians after he refused to stop singing at a bar in a popular tourist resort, police said Wednesday. Bobby Ray Carter, who was 51 years old, died after he was stabbed twice in the chest, while his son Adam, who was 27, suffered a stab wound to his arm during a fight with members of the house band from the Longhorn Saloon early Wednesday at Ainong Beach in Krabi. Police said the three musicians were arrested at the scene and confessed to stabbing the Americans. Carter had joined the musicians on stage for a sing-along, but a row broke out when he refused to stop singing as the band took a break. On its website, the Longhorn Saloon advertises Jam with the Band as one of its attractions, along with good music, fun, and friendly staff. Thailand has come under scrutiny in recent months over its treatment of foreign tourists who are a mainstay of the economy. Tourists have registered a series of complaints with authorities over their treatment, ranging from jet ski scams, drink spiking, robbery, assault, and even police extortion. A dozen European ambassadors recently raised the issue with local authorities on the visit to the resort island of Phuket, where a 59-year-old Australian woman was killed in June 2012 in a robbery. Earlier in July, an American man was slashed to death by a taxi driver in Bangkok after an apparent argument over the fare. A record 22 million foreigners visited Thailand last year. Although most did not encounter any serious problems, diplomats say tougher action is needed to ensure their protection. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.